Hola, I am Christian and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to talk about this, the Aputure AL-M9. So we are going to see how good this little light is. Is it worth keeping in your bag 100% of the time? Can you use it as a key light? Is it a good hair light? What is it good for? And is it worth the £50 or the $50 depending on where you live to spend on it ultimately? Now, we're going to have a look at it. We're going to use some examples. We're going to make it a bit darker in here because it's quite bright. And we're going to see ultimately how good it is as a key light and how good it is as a hair light. So let's have a look at it and let's get into it. Okay, so how good is this Aputure AL-M9? Now, this little pocket light is, I think it's absolutely brilliant. The fact that you've got a removable diffuser on the front is great. So you've either got constantly diffused light or you've got the 9 bright LEDs. Now, this isn't on max by any stretch of the means, but as you can see just on my face there, just turning it up, just having it slightly off camera, it has actually lit my face up. And you can see the fact that it has taken the light off. Is it the brightest light that you can buy for £50? Probably not. But are they this size? No. I mean, the fact that this fits in your pocket, this is smaller than my iPhone. It's a bit thicker with my iPhone with a case on it, but actual physical size, I mean, it's loads smaller. It's really ergonomical as well. I tested this thing the other day, had it on for 3 hours on full brightness, and it lasted. This thing lasted. Just testing it, just to see how long it would go. To say, I was on face party, so I wanted the extra light. But I was really, really impressed with this. You've got a few little jowls in the case as well. So, because it is removable, you can literally just pop the jowls over the front and slide them on. Change the colour of the light, so you've got tungsten or you have got more of a daylight. Really easy to use. They're not the greatest gels in the world, but this light is CRI 95 plus rated. Now, I've brought other lights under £50. They are nowhere near that high rated on CRI. So I've been massively impressed with this. And the fact that you have got the battery in the back and you've got the USB charger, and you do get a USB charger in the case, absolutely brilliant. The mount for it to put on your camera, nice and easy to use, and you can use it with or without the diffuser. You're not stuck to one or the other, and it is simply just undo it, make sure it's undone, slide it on, and then just do the bolt up on the back. Now the bolt has been improved. They used to be plastic, it is now metal, but I mean, it's sturdy. It does help if you line it up with the grooves, because it will make it more sturdy. So you have got these grooves just on the back here, look, and it will make it more sturdy. But it doesn't move, and it's so easy just to mount on a camera. I mean, for £50 to keep this in your camera bag, 100% it's going to be worth it. Even if you only ever use it to light up a background or to use it as a hair light, this light is going to be worth it. But let's have a look at actually how bright this thing can be and if it's worth actually using as a key light, hair light. So I'm going to have to make it a bit darker in here, so bear with me, and that's better. It's a bit darker in here now. So we now have the Aputure light just the side of me. It's on a little flexible mini tripod and it's just on top of something. It is the only key light that I'm currently using. And I think as a shot, it actually works really, really quite well. It's not the most perfect key light you could ever have, but if you're going to travel, you're going to be in hotels, if you want to take it with you, it definitely works. It's probably not something you're going to have set up 100% of the time in a studio, but as a travel light, it's absolutely ideal. And it's under £50 and it fits in your pocket with built-in batteries. I mean, that's an absolute winner. Now, I have had to up the ISO of the camera a little bit just to get the shot to work. but I think it works absolutely brilliantly. Now I'm just going to make the brightness a little bit duller, and we're going to have a look at what it looks like with a slightly duller brightness. Okay, so we have changed the brightness a little bit. I have made it a little bit dimmer, just so you can see what it's like. Now I've put it down by about 3 notches, so it's definitely not at its brightest right now. It's at about half of the brightness that it will do. But again, it still works, and it is a much softer light by doing so. Now, this light is in the region of about 1.5 meters away from me, so it is a fair distance away. You could have it a little bit closer, but I don't think you would need to have it closer to get a reasonably good shot. I'm just going to put it on top of the camera so you can see what it looks like on top of the camera if you're going to effectively say blog on the go and it's just attached to your camera with your microphone. Okay, so we now have the Aputure light on top of the camera, and it gives you a much flatter profile. Now, actually on top of the camera, a little bit over arm's length away, it's actually really quite bright. Now, if I dim it down slightly, you'll see that actually you can get it to work by balancing your ISO and not having to have it so bright. So you can have it a little bit softer if you want to. So if I just dim it down slightly, it still works. And again, that was 3 notches down, and it still works as a shot. It's still bright enough. If I put it all the way down, it's definitely not bright enough, but you've got a lot of variety there with actually how bright you can have it and how versatile as a light that it is. Now, let's look at it as a light, like a background light or a rim light, and see how that works, and see if it's a multiple use light rather than just maybe a portable key light. Okay, so swap of a key light, and we now have a green glow behind us. Now, when I purchased this Aputure light with my own money, I actually got some extra gels with it, so I spent a little bit more to get a few coloured gels. Now, I've put one of the green gels on it, and actually, it looks really good as like a backlight, and it just adds a little bit of colour to the background, and it works really, really well. And as you can see, I stand out against the light really, really well. You could also use it as a hair light. I've just put it as a background light for now, but let's have a look and see what it looks like as maybe a hair light with a little bit of green. Okay, so we've now got it to the side of us as more of a rim light or a hair light, and actually it works really, really well there as well. We didn't opt for the green. I opted for a blue gel on it, but as you can see, there is some light missing if I cover it up, and actually it does work really, really well. So actually, as a little £50 light, it's really, really versatile. And will I keep this in my bag 100% of the time? No, I'll probably just keep it in my pocket. It's that small. But yeah, 100%. It is worth the £50, and it's worth keeping with you all the time. Such a versatile little light. The extra gels are worth the money in my opinion, just because you can get some different colours, some different hues, which is really nice, but you don't necessarily need them. It is bright enough as it is, and actually overall really, really impressed with it. So overall, it's definitely worth keeping in your camera bag. For £50 and that small, why wouldn't you? Okay, so £50 Aputure light, 100% worth keeping in your camera bag or your pocket, and an ideal gift for someone if you're looking for a gift for a photographer or a videographer. Now, that's it for today. If you want to check out this light, there is a link in the description. And if you've enjoyed the video, please do like, please do subscribe and hit the bell button. And I'll see you soon for another video. And like the sign says behind me, stay lucky.